The Beatles are one of the most well-documented bands of all time, so researching things for a video should be extremely easy. But it isn't, it's actually extremely difficult. I know, it doesn't make sense and it's really hard to explain, so I'm just gonna tell you about one of the best examples of this, the Rooftop concert. One of the most iconic moments in the history of music, the last live performance by the Beatles, and one that personified the band's spontaneous approach to music. Essentially, this was the end of the Beatles as a band per se, and yes, they went on to record 2 other albums, but for the fans, this was the last time they were seen playing music together. I've been wanting to make a video about it for the longest time, but honestly, I'm terrified. The information about the event and how the Beatles came up with the idea is so all over the place, it's impossible to make a fully accurate video. For example, who came up with the idea for the concert? Well, nobody knows. Some say it was John Lennon, some say it was Glyn Johns, but ultimately there's no clear answer. Okay, well, what about the members? Were they all fully on board with it? Well, that we do know. We know that we know nothing at all. In the documentary, you can see that Paul and Ringo liked the idea, but George not so much. Actually, he looks pretty annoyed. And remember how I said that John was the one who probably came up with the idea? Well, apparently, he didn't want to do it either. And by the way, I know a lot of you are probably thinking that the boys simply changed their minds after a few weeks and after plans were made, but no, this whole wave of contradictions happened days before the concert. And overall, we have to remember, Paul was the only Beatle that wanted to go back to performing live, so the enthusiasm for the performance and for going back to touring after the band broke up by the other members doesn't make sense at all. And listen, we can all agree we're glad the concert happened, but how the concert came to be is one of the most chaotic moments in the history of the band.